The dark side of spending on a girl you're not married to. Episode 2. When a man spends recklessly on a woman who isn't his wife, it doesn't just empty his pockets, it empties his power. The destruction doesn't happen overnight. It's slow, silent, psychological. And by the time he realizes what's happening, he's no longer leading the relationship. He's being led by his own spending. This is the dark side nobody talks about. At first, the spending feels harmless. You buy her food, pay for her Uber, surprise her with a gift. It seems small, but what you don't realize is that with every act, you're training her behavior. You're building a reward system where she learns, if I act cute, he'll spend. If I withdraw affection, he'll chase harder. If I hint at something expensive, he'll provide. Now the roles have shifted. You think you're showing care, she's studying control. Slowly, your spending becomes the leash she uses to lead you. You stop saying no because you fear she get angry or pull away. You start working harder, not for yourself, but to maintain her lifestyle. You stop focusing on your mission, because your energy is now tied to her approval. And the worst part, she can feel it. Women are emotional detectives. They can sense when a man's confidence starts depending on their response. Once she notices your self-worth is tied to her happiness, she loses respect instantly. Let the truth be told. The moment a man starts buying peace, instead of enforcing boundaries, he becomes a servant in his own kingdom. She won't tell you directly that you've lost frame. Instead, she starts testing you, emotionally, mentally, and financially. She starts asking for things she doesn't even need just to see if you'll comply. She say things like, if you really cared, you'd do it. And most men, desperate to prove love, obey like trained pets. This is where the dark side truly begins, not in what you spend, but in why you spend. Because spending can come from power or from fear. A man with power spends because he chooses to. A man with fear spends because he's afraid not to. And brother, women can smell the difference. When your spending comes from power, she admires you. She knows you have discipline. When your spending comes from fear, she manipulates you. She knows you can be controlled. The woman who once respected you for your ambition sees you as predictable. The man who once inspired her now bores her. Because there's no mystery in a man who's always available, always spending, always trying to please. And when she loses that emotional excitement, she starts emotionally detaching, slowly, quietly, strategically. She keep taking from you, but her heart will already be somewhere else. She still smile. She still say, I love you, but her tone will change, her presence will fade, and her respect will vanish. You'll start feeling it. She texts less, she sound colder. She spend more time busy. And you'll panic, so you'll try to fix it by spending more. Congratulations, brother, you've just become her ATM of attention. The more you give, the less she values you. The less she values you, the more she controls you. That's how most men lose their masculine frame, not through physical weakness, but through emotional dependency disguised as generosity. Like I explained in my book Battle of Attraction, Nice Guys versus Bad Boys, women are drawn to men they cannot control. They crave emotional stability wrapped in strength. But once a woman realizes you're driven by her approval, she stops seeing you as a man. She starts seeing you as a provider with no spine. Understand this. A woman should never become the center of your financial efforts unless she has become the center of your legacy, your wife, your partner, your peace. Until then, your resources belong to your growth, your vision, your empire. So before you pull out your card next time, ask yourself, am I spending to lead or spending to please? Am I investing in a queen or entertaining a temporary guest? Because every dollar you spend without purpose, every gift you buy to impress, every bill you pay to prove worth, you're chipping away at your masculine authority. This is what I teach in Girls Approach. We don't negotiate with weakness. We don't pamper fear. we slaughter it. You're either building or destroying yourself every day. Choose wisely. And if you disappoint, you must appear before the Council of Brotherhood and explain why you've decided to disgrace everybody. This is Girl's approach. This is episode 2 of The Dark Side of Spending on a Girl You're Not Married To. Episode 3 will reveal how your emotional dependency makes her lose respect, how she starts treating you like a tool instead of a man. Step up or step aside. This is dominance without desperation. Spread the message and save mankind.